In this adventure series, we traveled to southeast Utah to attempt to traverse the BDR, or Back Road Discovery Route. From Los Angeles to southeast Utah is 660 miles. That's over 10 hours of straight driving, so we just had to break it up. We camped out in Flagstaff, Arizona, checked out the Alstrom point.
You know, John, I don't know if I'm more mad that we didn't just make this drive to camp here last night.
And then made our way over to Mexican Head, Utah, and in the process, we tested my B.A.L.S, or brake aid, line lock system. Oh, I know what you were thinking. You dirty dog, you. Now keep in mind, this is my first time using the system in the field, so spoiler alert, I am still learning. So don't expect me to do incredible things just yet. Now, it looks like I'm really utilizing my Traxta rock sliders. They just released the final version. They're now available on their website. Here is a link at the top right. The prices are pretty fair, ranging from $500 to $1,400. But if you use my 20% discount code, you're going to save yourself a lot of money. Also, keep in mind, I have the 3.5-inch Traxta lift kit. So if I didn't have this extra ground clearance, I would be high-centered right now. So unlock the potential of your midsize Honda or Acura MDX. Just a disclaimer, I make a small profit, you save 20%, and Traxta makes more money. It's a win-win-win. All right, so we just changed out a failing battery in Ernesto's car. We went to AutoZone. He had a free warranty replacement. Did you just overshoot?
Yeah, I just overshot it.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Look at the difference that makes.
You see any signs?
Nope, no signs, baby. Let's go. Well, there's also no trees here, so that's probably one of the reasons why. All right, there we go. We found our clearing. All right, this is it. So this is camp for tonight. Just drove until we found like a little clearing. We'll see you all tomorrow morning. Good night. It's kind of warm right now. It's already like 80 degrees. Due to severe fire risk, the Cinder Hills in Flagstaff, Arizona were closed to camping. We actually had to drive about 10-20 miles north of Flagstaff to camp out for the night. A couple of days after we left Flagstaff, it caught on fire. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, and I'm not going to jump to any conclusions, but over 80% of wildfires are caused by human negligence. And I see so many stories about people leaving fires smoldering or just fires unattended. There's actually only one park ranger that I know of, and he posts so many instances of people leaving fires unattended or just leaving their campsite before they fully extinguish their campfire.
Out in a developed campsite, and somebody decided to throw this in the fire, and it is obviously still burning, still hot. Don't know if you guys can hear the wind or not, but it's pretty windy. Go ahead and take care of this. Come on, people, we can do better.
The dude's right. We could do better. As we were driving up Highway 89, I realized that we weren't too far away from Lake Powell and Alstrom Point. So I recommended that we drove north to go visit, especially since the other two have never been here before. Oh, there's definitely water down there.
Should we be getting a drone out or anything?
Unfortunately, drones aren't allowed. Straight ahead of us, at the 12 o'clock position, is the gatekeeper. There's two ways to go. On the left is a rutted, or ruts, and on the right's just a rocky step. All right, so this place is beautiful, and that looks
this
like
is one of those rocks that might give out.
That's definitely a rock that might give out for sure. All right, let me get out of my car. You want to drive? If you want to be daring, you can drive a little more forward.
No, I'm definitely driving forward, but I'm just looking because this rock is already cracking away from the actual.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually just record you freehand. The ruts are like horizontal, so that's gonna be kind of an issue. All right, so here it is. I'm using the telephoto lens, so it kind of gives the obstacle a little more justice, but here's the one-time lens, which, you know, of course isn't going to make it look that serious. Yeah, so something like this, if I drive into the ruts, I'm not getting up. I see a line though. I could come in a sharp angle and then go take this line diagonally and then get up. Yeah, so that would be the line that I would take too. Too easy. There's a real four-wheel drive. All right, so what did you have engaged?
And just center diff lock and for low, because I realized I take the harder line, so I
Okay.
wanted to have any traction aids I could. So
Nice. So there, I didn't use the ball system at all. I didn't think I was going to need it because I didn't foresee myself getting my axles crushed up. All right, I didn't get to use my balls. So I'm going to drive back down and intentionally, like, use my balls. Okay, so I guess I'll try to drive into the rut like an idiot.
You didn't tell them what tire spinning.
I'm gonna try to drive into the ruts.
Right, driver spinning.
Okay, I'm not using it yet.
Yeah.
I just want to see if I can get up without it.
Oh, okay.
Which it's still kind of driving up.
Side spinning.
So, and I'm not using momentum, by the way.
But
All right, so tires are spinning quite a bit. Ernesto, which tire's in the air?
passenger.
Passenger, okay, so I'm gonna line lock passenger. Let me see, just line lock it a little bit. Okay, it's line locked now. I felt driver
Now that one's
spinning.
spinning.
Yeah.
That's spinning. Driver spinning. Keep going. Driver still spinning. It looks like it's trying to grab traction. The driver's still spinning. You come a little driver? I mean passenger? Yeah.
So that ended up being a rough test. Now that I could see the video, I understand why the line lock wasn't as effective. A lot of times the front wheels are switching between having traction and not having traction. The way I see B.A.L.S helping me out is when I take a good line and I just don't have quite enough to make it through the obstacle. That's where the system's really going to come in handy. And during this trip, I did get to use it one time where it just was clutch. It worked awesome. Now that I practiced with the system, I think I could give some feedback. So some people were asking me, my Subaru and my Honda CR-V friends were asking me, will this system work for their vehicles? And you can apply this solenoid brake line lock to any vehicle, just as long as you figure out what fittings to use. But I think I could say pretty confidently that if you do not have a good amount of torque and gearing, this system is not going to work out good for you. Now I understand when the creator of this system said this.
So the reason it works so well on this platform is because we have gearing and we have power. So you're going to need power and a torque converter that is going to allow you to be able to brake one wheel and still force power around through the system. So there's already systems like on the newer Subarus where it can brake two wheels, and what does it do? It stalls, right? It stalls on a hill. So, you know, with that,
by the way,
it might not work.
E-Man's really straightforward, as you can tell. So in theory, with a brake line lock mod, I should be able to overcome this if I had a sufficient amount of torque or gearing. So the Honda Passport is pretty decent. It's like a Tacoma 4-low second gear. Now, if I had a Tacoma's 4-low first gear, which is 36-1 instead of my Honda Passport's 20-1, I would have more success. I might actually be able to get up this. So that should explain the torque requirements or gearing requirements of this modification. Not only does gearing come in handy, but a 4-wheel drive that's body on frame with a solid rear axle is going to have so much flex that a wheel doesn't get in the air and traction isn't lost. Look how easily this Ford F-150 just dips into these ruts and drives up. So 4-low, flex, the front and rear being mechanically locked in rotation. There's a lot of things that a 4-wheel drive will have going for it. Before, I'm just in normal mode, just did nothing to the modes at all. Okay, so I know I could kind of bump up this. Let me just go check. So I'm going to go to sand mode. I didn't think that this would actually be challenging, and I'm going to go to sequential mode 1. All right, and I'm left foot braking. Gonna let off the brake. Okay, and then Yeah, stand mode is more capable. Okay, I'm going to engage my line locker. Let me go like half brake. Okay, locking the passenger tire now. Okay, so let me go ahead and drive up. Much more controlled. All right, so didn't really spin right there. Okay.
As you fade